All right, welcome back. So the time has come, right? You've taken your app, you've tested it on localhost, works just fine. You've tested it in the Explorer, all is well. Time for the world to see it, right? So you're going to deploy it. So a couple ways that you could use to deploy it, right? So the first thing is that you could be using Google App Engine Launcher, right? And if you had it open, you click on the project that you're talking about and hit deploy, right? It doesn't get much easier than that, right? So you put in your name, you might go ahead and put in your password. I guess if you had, I guess the default is a Gmail account, so you don't even have to put that there. And you click this guy, and it goes through its thing where it's cloning files and it's compiling and deploying them, and then it's just going to go ahead and continue checking back. Sort of, what's happening here. So 1 second, 2 seconds, 4 seconds, kind of backing off as it goes, and eventually that's gonna upload, right? So you go through that uploading, and then you want to test it. You can go directly to the place where you'd put it. So you go to your appspot.com address, and you can start chugging away here. This may come up immediately for you, or it may take a little bit. What it's actually doing, even though it may say, you can close this window now in your back in your launcher, that it still has to build indices, right? So let's see, what else did I want to show you? We'll come back to the indices in a second. What if you didn't have the App Engine Launcher open and you wanted to launch it directly from Eclipse? So you can right click on the project and do PyDev Google App Engine upload, and it's going to bring you through the same thing here, where it's going to ask you for your email and password and so on. Okay, so up to you how you do it. The two should be pretty much equivalent. Let me go ahead and close out of that. So I'm going back up here. So if it doesn't come up, go get a cup of coffee, do whatever you're going to do. Take a few minutes, take a break while it builds the indices. If you're impatient, you want to check on the progress on it, you can go back to where you created the project, so console.developers.google.com, and you go into your project. And if we look down here under storage, cloud data store, and indexes, right, you can look up here, and mine says it's already serving. That's probably because it has been serving for some time. I've actually been playing around with this app for a while. But yours will probably come back and say something like it's building or in progress or something there. And if that's the case, just be patient, right? Eventually it'll come back and say serving, and then you're good to go, right? Once you're good to go, what does that mean? You can go ahead and play around with this here. You can add more quotes here. So a quote, let's see, let's come up with one from try to remember one from Braveheart here. So every man dies, not every man truly lives, right? Pretty intense quote. Go William Wallace. So Braveheart, right? Submit this guy, and now the rest of the world can see it. While we're here, you probably also want to go ahead and test your test the full API, right? So again, the same _AH API Explorer. We go in there, and we should get the same thing that we got on localhost, right? So I go in this guy, and I get insert, delete, and list. And again, these guys are all what we were before. So let's go ahead and I'll test deletion of the terminator. I'll be back. Let's see. So entity key, deletion, entity key, delete, execute. Boom, and then it is deleted. Okay, very nice. Let's go ahead and insert again or list again, and that one is indeed gone. Right. Let's see. Everything is awesome. Let's put on an extra exclamation point here or a few. So let's grab the entity key on this guy. Remember how we tested that? We went to insertion and the request body. We add the entity key here, and again, the whole thing's there. And then we'll say that our quote here is going to be everything is awesome. All right, there we go. And that's from the Lego Movie. I don't think William Wallace would have agreed with this. Our two quotes kind of in dissonance here. Anyway. What does that tell us about the movies I'm watching here? Anyway, looks like we got a response and it's updated, and we're gonna go back and list them again, execute it, and take a look. And yes, okay, so we have it here. All right, that is it for this lesson. We'll see you back next time.